Hey guys, so today we're trying out some new makeup and tools. We're going to be trying out the Sigma 3D HD blender, which is now dirty because I just completed my makeup, but you guys will be seeing it clean as in the application. Also, there's the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer, beautifully packaged. And we've also got the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear concealers. So the Sigma 3D HD blender is not actually that new. It launched, I believe, last year, but it's been out of stock, and I think they might have been having some manufacturing issues or something like that, and it's finally back. So I made sure I grabbed a few of these. During the application, we'll talk about the claims of each of the products, and I'll show you guys how I feel about it all. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so as usual, I've prepped with my Marcel product. I will leave the full name and link below. And now I'm going to get into this Tatcha primer. So this is the box it comes in. I'm so excited about this. Ooh, look at this packaging. This is fancy. Oh, this is fancy. Okay, here's the little spatula. And it wasn't in this, so just be careful you don't drop it or anything. Let's get into some claims of this product real quick. It says it's going to blur the look of pores, fine lines, and uneven skin tone. Primes with silk powder for long-lasting, flawless makeup. Protects the skin from makeup and pollution. Color corrects with a universal shade for a healthy, soft-focused glow. And it has anti-aging Japanese superfoods that help restore the look of youthful radiance. It also claims to be for all skin types and is described as an invisible layer of silk that instantly filters away imperfections and impurities for alluring skin all day and over time. So by protects the skin from makeup and pollution, I think what it's trying to say is that it forms a barrier between the skin and the makeup. Okay, so this comes with this little spatula. This is like half the reason I wanted this product. How cute. And then it has this line there, so I'll get into that in a second. It says to use, glide the round scoop across the surface until the primer reaches the line marked. Warm between fingertips and press into skin in upward strokes. Use as the last step in skincare before makeup. It is beautifully packaged. Like, how freaking pretty is this? Okay. Okay. So it's a twist off. And it looks like this. I thought it was going to be like a lavender shade from watching Jackie Aina's video, but it's like it looks more pink to me. And I read and heard that you're not supposed to use more than like a rice grain size amount, and that's interesting. So I'm going to go in. Ooh. Oh, that just like glided onto that. I don't know. I'm just like excited. Okay. Close this up. This is so pretty that I want to like this just because it's so freaking pretty. Anyway, I got it up to that line. I'm gonna get it off onto my hand. Warm it between my fingertips as directed. And just rubbing. Just rubbing. Okay, let's begin to press. So I'm gonna press this onto... Ooh, hello scent. I'm going to press this onto my nose first. Nose area. And then the only place I can have like visible pores a little bit is like my nose and right in here a little bit. It said blend in upward strokes. I was expecting them to say to pat. But it said to blend in upward strokes, so that's what I'm going to do. And I do want to get this like under my eye a little bit because the Sephora instructional video I watched showed the person do that. And this primer is supposed to help with creasing. Now I will say this scent, this fragrance is pretty strong. And I like to stay away from, I mean this smells perfumed. I like to stay away from fragranced products, but you know how it goes. I feel like I just didn't get my whole face, so I'm going to open this back up. Just take a little bit more. Just that much more. Nowhere near the line. And I'm going to use this to get the lower half of my face that just like has not been addressed yet. So warming. What the heck? I need to look at the ingredients later and see. So this is supposed to be non-comedogenic, non-irritating, non-sensitizing, dermatologist tested. And they name a plethora of ingredients that this does not contain, including mineral oil, parabens, synthetic fragrances, yada yada. Now, usually when a brand tries to brag about not having synthetic fragrances, what they're trying to say is there's natural fragrance in there. Neither one is good for your skin. So there's fragrance near the bottom of the ingredients list. There is isopropyl alcohol, and then like just a preservative. So those ingredients are way, way down, so that's a good thing. Alright, so now that that's on, I'm just going to follow that up with the foundation that I usually use because that's what I'm the most familiar with, and I feel like that's the most fair way to test this foundation. But first, let me go in with my usual corrector, the MAC Prep and Prime Peach Luster. And it's time to grab another new product. Now, this product is not brand new. It came out, I believe, last year, but it's been out of stock for like it went out of stock, and I don't know, it either like never restocked it. It's been out of stock for a very long time, almost since the launch last year. So, finally got my hands on one. This is the Sigma 3D HD blender. And it makes the claims that your usual blending sponge would make, but the shape makes it unique. So I'm going to show it to you guys. Just trying to keep it moving here. But look at the shape. So from the back, it looks kind of like your normal beauty blender, but it's got these edges on it and this flat bottom that I am about to put to use. So let's grab some Nars Sheer Glow in Tahoe. I have about that much because I have so little left in this bottle that the pump is no longer working. So let's see how this goes. The texture feels a little bit more similar to like the Real Techniques sponge, but not like the orange one. The pink one that's a bit less firm, which I prefer to the super firm one. I don't know. I used to have it. I don't know where it is at all, but let's just see how this goes. So I'm going to take, I guess I'll take the rounded portion right now, just to distribute. I want to say this has less give than the Beauty Blender. It is a little bit more firm, but it's not too firm to me. You guys, I've been working out and my arm is so tired. But we must blend. Okay. I'm gonna take butt, since it's so flat, and just try to finish off with that. Especially since my arm is just so freaking tired. I have tons of foundation left on my hand that I don't need, so that's kind of unfortunate, but okay, so now let's get into the third new product, which is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer. And quickly, this claims to be a long-wearing, high-performance weightless concealer that gives 12 hours of medium to full coverage that's crease, transfer, and water-resistant. It says that it conceals under eye and face while blurring the look of imperfections. I do have some problems with concealers creasing sometimes. So I got this in the shades 3W and 2W. And let's start with 3W. I actually wore this concealer in my Cover Effects Power Play video that I recently recorded, and I wanted to give it another shot, especially with this new primer. So I guess I'll blend this shade in first. It's already pretty light. Like, these shades are lighter than I expected, but then like the next shade down seems like much deeper, so I don't know. But I have been into that really highlighted look lately. So I didn't apply eye cream because a lot of the time I should, but I tend not to when I do makeup. But I applied that Mercier product under my eye along with on the rest of my face. And this concealer is like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's going to take long to dry down. So I would recommend working one eye at a time. Don't put the product all over. Just apply, then blend, apply, then blend. Yeah, I don't know. With this sponge, with the Beauty Blender, I feel like this concealer is a little bit, it just takes so much blending. Like, it takes more blending than I'm used to concealers taking. And it's not doing the best job of like covering up the hollows of my eyes. But that could be because the shades are so light for me. I'm gonna go in with 3W to do down my nose and my forehead. I like this butt. This flat butt. That sounds funny, but I really like it. And look at this sharp tip at the edge. Let's just, yeah, Makes it easier to keep this line nice and thin. Help give my nose some definition. Oh, maybe I should have blended out under my eyes with the butt. That butt works fast. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. So I'm going to set this with my Laura Mercier loose setting powder. You know, the one everyone uses. That I love too. This is what I was pretty excited about. I kind of forgot to do it with the concealer. But I'm going to do it with the powder. This edge is perfect for like, boom. I wanted to do this with my concealer. But I like to sort of reverse contour my nose. So putting lighter shades here and a light shade in the middle will create the illusion that I have definition at the sides without actually drawing two dark lines on my face. You know what I mean? So I call it reverse contouring. But, because you like kind of contour by highlighting. But anyway. Since my under eyes tend to be dry, I'm going to wipe away the powder there now. And I'm going to let it hang out a little bit on the other areas of my face. I'm just brushing this away with the Real Technique setting brush. Yep. And I'm going to go complete my makeup off camera, and I will be back when that's on. Okay guys, I am back. My makeup is done. It's 3:12, so this makeup has been on since about 2:45. I am going to leave it on and just see how my skin holds up with everything, and check back in a few hours. Before I go, I just do want to zoom you guys in. So I have almost no pores showing on my nose, I will say that. And my skin just looks really good. Like, the foundation just really does not look cakey. With my Mercier Glow lately, I haven't really been setting it with powder besides, you know, the area of my concealer. Like, you know, wherever I put the concealer. But besides that, I found that it dries down enough. Like, I don't really feel like I need to powder it. So that's been helping it look less cakey, but it looks real. My skin does look really, really, really smooth today. I will say that. And I didn't really see any claims on this primer that talked about lasting, like making the longevity of your foundation longer. I know primers typically do, but this is more about like having a filtered flow-like finish, and I feel like it's doing that. I am just curious. Sometimes I feel like certain primers, I'm not a big primer person, because I feel like certain primers just have like a bunch of silicones or whatever, and it just, some of them are a bit like slippery, and I feel like if anything it's going to make my makeup disappear faster, which is the exact opposite of what I would want. So I want to make sure it doesn't do that. I'm very used to my Mercier Glow and how it holds up. So I just want to make sure it's no worse. And if it is better, that's just a bonus, because I don't really see this making any claims about increasing the wear of your product. It's more about enhancing how your skin looks and creating a barrier between the makeup and your skin. Now I do feel like it almost smells a little bit like detergent or soap. I just feel like fragrance should be left out of makeup and skincare. That's just how I feel, especially if you are claiming to protect the skin from makeup and pollution. You don't want to be doing any damage yourself. So, just had to say my 2 cents on that. But anyway, I'll be back in a few hours, guys. Hey guys, so it's 9:42. It's been very close to 7 hours. And yeah, let's bring you in and show you what we're looking like. So my nose is oily, completely expected. But everywhere else, the foundation and concealer pretty much looks like when I initially applied it. The primer, at the very least, definitely did not decrease the longevity of my foundation. Like I said, I just feel like certain primers are just very slippery feeling and just they just make it feel like it's going to accelerate how fast it slips off my face. So this definitely didn't do that. The scent, the fragrance is just so, it's a lot when you're putting it on, and if you just like sniff it, it just smells soapy to me. But I did not smell this at all once it was on my face. Like, I didn't think about it past the application, you know what I mean? At all. Or notice it at all. This hue that it has doesn't really show up on my skin. You can see in the beginning how it looked going on, but it didn't affect my foundation at all. I think it might show up a little bit more on deeper skin tones, possibly, but I think once you put your foundation over it, it'll be completely fine. I would say all of these products are definitely worth a try. I really enjoyed this Sigma blender. Really enjoyed it. At first, I didn't know, because I love the texture of the Beauty Blender so much. But this did a great job of blending out my foundation. I washed it before first use as is recommended, and it seemed easy to wash. Some of them are like so dense that I'm like, it seemed like it would be even hard to like wash it even clean and get all the soap out, let alone when there's product in there. So really happy with my Sigma blender. I purchased 3 and I'm happy I did. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. It's very helpful. Subscribe if you don't want to miss future videos. And other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye.